location. Sorry that it probably sounds really echoey. Like I said, I just moved in and I haven't quite gotten my setup the way that I want to, but I also don't have any more pre-recorded videos, so yeah, and I want to play. So today we are in the desert region of the Medieval Charter Challenge that I'm kind of prepping to play. I don't know quite when I'm going to be able to play this just because I'm doing a lot of background for it, but essentially I'm doing a Medieval Charter Challenge but altered to suit my needs. So there's going to be different regions, and each region will have a Jarl, 2 peasant families, and a yeoman family, and then they're all kind of competing to see who is going to be royal. So each of these individually is kind of like a Medieval Charter Challenge. There's a lot to it, but essentially I've been working on the desert area first because the desert area, you can see it has its own map. It was very clear to me that I couldn't combine this area with any other areas. Some of them, like I think like the dry coast, the grasslands, and the mountains, those are all on one map, but desert kind of needed to be on its own. One thing that I have done is I randomized the size of each region. I'm sorry, I'm sure you can hear Judy walking around behind me, but I can hear it through my headset. Yeah, so I randomized the size of each region for how many peasant households it would be able to have and support, and how many yeoman families it would be able to have and support. So this is going to be kind of an extra challenge for these particular Jarls because they don't get any more lots. They can get community lots, or they can earn more. I might let them earn more like peasant lots or things like that, but for the most part they can't. So say for this region, the peasant families, there's so many of them that they need another lot, but there's not space for it. Well, then that peasant or peasant family, or however it ends up working, will have to basically immigrate to another region that has space for them, which could be a hindrance to the region they leave, but it also could be, it'll be interesting. So I've pretty much finished the desert region. I still need to find a default road. I downloaded one, but it clearly didn't work again, so yeah. This is also being done, I mentioned, with a limited CC folder, so I'm trying to get it to fit a look or an aesthetic with as little CC as possible. So we have our Jarl family, the Darzi family. This is Mithridatha Kava Dazi. I'm pronouncing these the way that I think they're pronounced, probably phonetically. It's a magic world, so they can be pronounced however I want. His wife is Aisha Inanna Darzi. I actually created naming conventions for each area. So for the desert region, everybody has 2 kind of first names. They get their family name when they're born, and then when they reach adulthood, they actually pick their chosen name, which will be their first name. The family name will then be their middle name. They will use both names when being addressed. So technically, Mithridatha Kava is how his first name would be pronounced. Obviously, people get nicknames. I'm probably just gonna give them nicknames because I'm lazy, but yeah. So another thing that I did was, and I want to show you how fast these lots load, in keeping with the limited CC kind of vibe that I'm going for, each area only gets a certain number of hairstyles, so you're going to see a repetition of hairstyles. They also get a set number of outfits. They also have been assigned a color. Look how fast that lot loaded. Also, yeah, it's not even remotely decorated yet, but they get very limited items. And I have made these recolors. They probably look awful because I forgot you had to put a fix in for Body Shop to make them look nice, so But yeah, I showed you the Jarl's house previously, but I just kind of want to show you how the whole region looks. Obviously, we've got some empty properties here, which I will discuss in a second, but I just wanted to show you the Jarl for this area and kind of give you an idea of what the desert dwellers are going to look like. For their appearance, they're all going to have the peach tea evanescent skin tone blend, the only one. They're going to have Wysim eyes in brown shades, but none of the little spotty ones. As you can see, they both have those. Hers are a little bit more yellowy. The desert region's color is yellow, so everybody kind of is in yellow. Hair colors are going to be kind of dark browns. They are going to have kind of afro-textured hair. average height is between 5'5" and 5'10". They're known for freckles and also having monolids, which not everyone will have. That's just more something that's, you know, they could. So she has freckles. Don't think that he has... Oh yeah, he does have a monolid. He also has an eye patch just because it entertains me, and I wanted to give him one. So yeah, in terms of clothing, the men... Jarls are kind of an exception to the region's clothing as well. Like, they're mostly going to be in tunics. The ladies are mostly going to be in nice dresses. But for men in this region, it's doublets and hose. Women will have high-necked dresses with narrow skirts. And like I said, 3 hairstyles, and that's it. So we'll see these 2 hairstyles quite a bit. It was really hard to narrow it down. There's actually a lot of really good, like, dreadlocked hair out there these days, which makes me happy. Like, I love this hair. It's so pretty. So yeah, let's go back to the neighborhood. And again, normally I would cut these out, but I just want to show you how fast this loads. It's going to load a little bit slower once I get the rest of the regions, because right now I just have the CC that I downloaded for the desert region in. But it's so nice. It's so nice. I highly recommend it. Even if you just have it for a little bit of a game, like, on the side. It's beautiful. So another thing that you probably noticed for the buildings, they're all pretty squat, pretty square, pretty geometric. They all have a tower. The nobility get 3 towers. The peasants will have 1 tower. You can see the peasant lots there, and the yeomen, they get 2. Just to kind of, it's a visual representation. Now you can see this area obviously has 4 empty peasant houses. The desert area is considered medium, but they will have a maximum of 6 peasant families. And you see we have 2, and only 1 yeoman family. So if this family starts to get kind of out of hand, they will immigrate to another area. I also plan on limiting, because I know the MCC challenge, like, there are career limitations already, but I plan on limiting it further to careers that make sense in the area. And I might add a few more things. Like, I really wanted these buildings to have spikes on them, but everything I downloaded is just not looking right or not working, so we'll see. They're known for having rock gardens. I tried not to make all of these areas the same, so like you can see the Jarl has a really nice rock garden. They have a bit of a rock garden here. I might end up giving them a rock garden as well. Some of the families have actual little hot springs. I consider that like a natural feature, not necessarily a luxury. It's just something that was on their lot kind of thing. Everybody has the little sand thing. That's just something this region does, is they have sand gardens. They also have sand gardens with terrain paints, different colors. Some of them are, you know, the really light color. It just depended, honestly, on what fit within what I drew out for the garden, because with all of the terrain paints that I downloaded, there's like a very visible seam, so I had to try to hide it and do my best. But yeah, lots of rock gardens, lots of crystals. That's the aesthetic that we're going for. And so in terms of families, we have the Tehrani and Attar family. These are the peasant families. So we will check out the Attar family first. And all of the families, I know normally you randomize them. I decided just to make it simple, and they're just couples. They're just couples. This whole entire area is meant to be like the Barrett kingdom that no longer exists because the Barrett family done messed up. But yeah, so these 2 are, we have Dumuzu Mehir Attar, who has the best mouth, and all of these are reused Sims that I created at some point or another. I don't remember who's who. He also does have a teeny bit of a monolid, but not really, like it's more hooded than I would say, and freckles. And then we have his wife, who I believe is a tutor sim. She's got the look about her. Can you walls can cooperate? Actually, she might be Rilla. I don't remember. I just picked Sims and went with it. So yeah, she's got freckles. She definitely has monolid. Her name is, I guess I can have Mira Emiratat. And the naming I chose for this region also, it's Persian names, Sumerian names, and ancient Persian names. So yeah. So as you can see, she's a popularity sim. He's a family sim. I have a feeling we're gonna build up this house quite a bit. Most of these houses are very small. See, I downloaded this, but then like it's not working over here. I don't know. It's fine. This is kind of a random video, but I finally finished the area enough that like I can call it good. I'll decorate the houses as I play them, but they're not going to be very decorated to start off with. But again, look how fast this loads. So the Tehrani family, we'll go, might as well. And you can see the recolors that I did that are not great, but I tried. I did my best. This one was especially a pain in the butt, and I was so mad at myself when I realized I hadn't put the fix to body shops because they were really crunchy looking. I'm like, oh, they'll look fine in game, I guess. No, I hadn't put the fix in. It's fine. This one doesn't look super crunchy. I mean, it looks a little crunchy, but I'm accepting it. So we have Halima Gita Tehrani, popularity sim, and we have Hari Kamal Tehrani, who is a romance sim. There's actually a lot of romance sims in this area, if I remember correctly. So you can see she has the same hairstyle as the Jarl's wife. That is the third male hairstyle. Their house is pretty simple. You can see they're visible scenes. I did my best to work around them. I gave them just kind of different garden-y things. I'm actually having like a lot of fun with this, because even though it's limited, like the challenge of it is entertaining, and just coming up with different areas. Like that's my favorite thing, is world building. I could just sit and do that all day. So really quickly, I just wanted to see fortune, romance. Yeah, and I think these two. Oh no, I was wrong. What am I thinking of? I don't know. So for now, these four properties are all going to be empty. They can only be occupied by peasant families. So let's check out our yeoman family, the Karimis. Also haven't decided what kind of yeoman in particular they're going to be. Because like I said, that's going to be the job portion of my figuring things out. I'm fairly certain I recolored that dress, and I recolored that outfit, I think. It's been a minute. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I did that because it's crunchy. Oh, the crunchiness. And I think I just made this one more yellowy. So yeah, we have Lakshmi Tamina, and she is a knowledge sim, and then we have Arash Nadim, who is also a knowledge sim. And yeah, and their house it's got the two towers, so it's a little bit different. The rock garden, you can see the seams here, what I was talking about, like, it's not so bad, but yeah, it looked bad. I figured this area is going to be for whatever yummy activity I end up giving to them. And yeah, that is our desert region completely done. I still have the dry coast, the grasslands, mountains, riverlands, tropical forest, tundra, and woodlands to get through. The next one I'm going to be working on is the dry coast. I'm mostly just recording this because I want to play it already and I can't, so this is like my way of like, look what I'm doing, isn't it pretty? This thought I was done more, but yeah, so this is the area. I'm expecting at this point to start playing this neighborhood in January, but if you have any really kind of interesting ideas or maybe things you've done with the MCC, definitely let me know. I've never played it before. And even though I am changing kind of everything about it, I'm always curious to see, what people have done. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, definitely give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.